you see all these bacteria that has to cut mouth odor. We are not playing with it. He's not playing. We are here to attack it from every corner. I attack Anya with toothpaste, and I attack Anya with toothbrush, and I attack Anya with mouthwash, and I attack it where with tongue scraper. Scrape that tongue until it is pink. Teach your child to scrape their tongue. Hello, my name is Nazor, and this is my little corner of YouTube. I can't remember the last time I used this phrase. That time when I just started YouTube, that used to be my phrase, my beginning intro phrase, my little corner of YouTube. Anyway, are you seeing my face for the very first time? Did YouTube recommend my channel to you today? Won't you consider joining my family? Eager like, yeah. Don't worry, just join us. You'll be happy you did. All right, today I want to talk about how to get rid of mouth odor in your child. Hey, you see this matter? It's long. It's a very sensitive issue as well, because no parent would like you to tell him or her that their child's mouth is scenting. Let's say scenting. So how do you remove this odor in children? I will tell you my tried and tested ways so far on how to get rid of this thing. All right, first of all, you might consider changing your child's toothpaste. You see all those small children's toothpaste? Unpopular opinion, it does not work. You see, and by all those small children toothpaste, I mean all those Macleans for children, Colgate for children. It doesn't really work, and I think it's because it doesn't contain fluoride. I know that fluoride is not good for children because most children don't know how to spit when they brush their teeth. They don't know how to spit out toothpaste. They swallow, and that's why they actually formulate all those children's toothpaste so that even if they swallow it, it will not harm them. But the fact that it does not have fluoride, I think that's why those toothpaste don't really kill mouth odor in children. So what I do is that I said what I do. This is what I did. I switched my children's toothpaste to adult one, but because it contained fluoride, I was using like you know, they say pea size. I used like tiny, smaller than pea size, maybe half of pea size. I don't know what to use to. Do you know pea? You know pea, Sha? You know that pea is small. It's small. That's why they say pea size. Now, half of a pea, very small, tiny something. That's what I use to brush my children's mouth, and it was working. It killed that odor. I just feel like that lack of fluoride don't may be here, but at the same time, fluoride is not. That's why I said unpopular opinion, because not all parents will want to try this, but I shall try it, and my children are fine. I switched to adult toothpaste, and then I reduced it like very small, because they used to swallow in the beginning, but now they don't swallow anymore. Even Zite doesn't swallow, she spits. Even Boo Boo has started spitting. He has started spitting it out. He doesn't swallow like that anymore. So I shall switch. So you might consider changing your children's toothpaste to something that works. However, Boo Boo is 2 years old. Let me clarify. Let me mention this because Makandiota. Now, Boo Boo is 2 years old. He doesn't use adult toothpaste. He still uses children's toothpaste. As a matter of fact, his own has Coco Melon character on it. So he uses children's toothpaste for now. But as he grows, if I start to notice any offensive and persistent odor, we throw it away and switch to adult toothpaste, because I do not want any kind of mouth odor in my children. The number 2 thing that you should consider doing in order to kill mouth odor in your child is use mouthwash. Now, this one I will not advise you in any way to use adult mouthwash for your child. Don't try it, okay? Use children mouthwash for your child. Let them use mouthwash, okay? Mouthwash, I don't know, some people used to feel like it doesn't really work, but it does work. It freshens the breath. It reaches areas that toothpaste and toothbrush will not reach. It reaches in it reaches in between the teeth to wash out bacteria and kill bacteria that is hiding in between the teeth. So do not underestimate the power of mouthwash, and please get the one for children for your child. Never ever, don't say that Nazor said. I did not say. Oh, don't use adult mouthwash for your child, okay? This one is very, very important. Buy tongue scraper. Buy tongue scraper. Repeat after me. Buy tongue scraper for your child. Do you know what a tongue scraper is? I'm going to insert a picture somewhere for you to see. It's like a plastic something that you can use to scrape the tongue. So in addition to making sure that your child brushes their tongue, or your children brush their tongue very well, add a tongue scraper to it. Let them scrape, because it's not everything that brush is to remove. See, you see all these bacteria that has to cut mouth odor. We are not playing with it. He's not playing. We are here to attack it from every corner. I attack Anya with toothpaste, and I attack Anya with toothbrush, and I attack Anya with mouthwash, and I attack it where with tongue scraper. Scrape that tongue until it is pink. Teach your child to scrape their tongue. My boo-boo is 2 years old. I keep saying this, but he has learned how to stick out his tongue. Beg your child. I understand that so many children have this phobia for brushing their teeth. What am I saying? Some adults even have phobia for brushing their teeth. They don't know how to brush their tongue inside. Do you know that some adults actually have fear of sticking their toothbrush inside their mouth? Because it's not enough to brush this. You see, my tongue is pink. Oh my God. It's not enough to brush just that outer part. There's that inside part, the upper part of the tongue. It needs to be brushed. But some adults don't like to do that. Anyway, I'm not talking about adults in this video. Some children have the fear of brushing their tongue because they are scared that the brush will choke into their mouth, and they don't like that sensation, that gagging reflex. They don't like it. So some of them are scared. So do whatever you can to cajole them to bring out their tongue. Sing to them. Promise them something. Don't promise something that you cannot fulfill. See, when it comes to children, as a parent, learn to promise what you can fulfill. Don't let your child start telling you that you are not a man of your words, or that you are not a woman of your words, that you don't keep to your word. So if you promise, make sure you fulfill that promise. So if possible, promise your child that you're gonna buy them something. You're gonna buy them lollipop, you're gonna buy them game or something, just for you to make them stick out that tongue, so that you can get those bacteria, that whitish substance in the back, on the topmost part of their tongue. Scrape it and brush it. Now, it's important for you to know that if you have tried all these basic things that we know, and your child is still having some kind of mouth odor, please check their diet. It's very possible that there's something that is in their diet that is causing mouth odor. Yeah, so many parents don't know these things. They don't know that sometimes something that their child is eating is causing that mouth odor. So check your child's diet. Do you know that some children react to fish? I've read a story about a mom that said that ever since she started giving her child fish, her child started having mouth odor. It was a serious matter, but it was finally resolved. Some children react to eggs. Some children need milk. So check your child's diet, find out, pinpoint that thing that is the culprit that is causing that mouth odor in your child, and do away with it. Now, I know I've read on one post one time, a long time ago. I wish I saved it. Some moms were saying that pick 1, 2, 3. I don't know. Disclaimer, this is not me condemning any brand of milk or something, but people say, some moms, as in they strongly said that pick 1, 2, 3. They noticed that when they started giving their child pick 1, 2, 3, the child started having mouth odor. When they stopped giving the milk, the odor stopped. So check. If your child is having mouth odor that is refusing to go away, and you are giving your child pick 1, 2, 3, you might want to stop for a while and then continue. Okay, I'm not pulling down. I'm not trying to condemn any brand here. We are just looking out for our children. We don't want our children to grow with smelling mouths. Now, another one I want you to note is that if you have done all these basic things and your child's mouth is still smelling, or you have checked your child's diet and there is nothing there and your child's mouth is still smelling, now check inside your child's nose. It could maybe that there's something stuck inside your child's nose. Are you aware that type of thing needs to happen sometimes? You know that children used to stick things into their nose. I've not just said you people of how Zite. Last year my mom was there when that thing happened. Last year Zite now went and put bead inside her nose. We saw her sitting in the corner doing like this, trying to put tissue. She will make the tissue long, twist it, the thing will long. She will just sit in the corner trying to do something like this. Hold on. Trying to put in her nose, and then she was visibly uncomfortable, but she wasn't really crying, so I did not really notice that something was wrong with her until my mom looked at her and said, are you sure there's nothing in this girl's nose? And then I brought her and looked. Lo and behold, there was a pink color bead inside my child's nose. Hey, we shall brought out that bead. We brought it out. I tried everything. Maybe I will film another video about that bead, whatever. But my point is that children stick things into their nose. It could be bead, it could be different objects that can stay inside there and then start causing decay and build up of bacteria. And then you know that the nose and the mouth, the nose and the throat and the ears are connected. And then the child will not start having mouth odor. You get? So check your child's nose and the ears to be sure that there's nothing stuck in there. And then another thing you should do, if you have tried everything and everything has failed, I think it's better that you see an ENT specialist. ENT specialist means an ear, nose and throat specialist, so that they will do the necessary checks to be sure that there is nothing else beyond what eyes can see that is wrong with your child. Okay? Because sometimes it's only them that can cure these things. Sometimes there are underlying health issues or there are underlying things inside. For example, tonsil stones. Have you heard of tonsil stones before? Also, your child might have tonsillitis. Tonsillitis is when the tonsils are inflamed, when it is infected. So when it gets infected, it also gets inflamed and then it smells. Tonsils are when you open your mouth. I don't know. I don't know if you can see. You see, when you open your mouth, okay, I'm going to insert a diagram. Let my mouth not here in this video. You see in the diagram, you see those two swelling things in the corner, not that one that is hanging in the middle, the other two, those are the tonsils. Sometimes they get infected and they get inflamed, and I heard that thing is not even useful. So sometimes people used to go and do surgery and remove the tonsils. I wonder how it looks. I wonder how it looks like inside the mouth of somebody that has their tonsils removed. I wonder what it looks like. I'm going to Google it. Let me see. It will look weird. It will look strange. But I heard that just like the appendix is useless, the tonsils are useless. They can even be removed. So if your child has tonsillitis, your doctor might suggest removing the tonsils. And if they say so, people can come out it. Now I mentioned tonsil stones. That's another thing that causes mouth odor in adults and children. And you know what? So many adults don't know. Do you know what tonsil stone is? If I tell you now, you might actually have an aha moment in this video. You'll be like, is that what it is? Now, use a mirror. Open your mouth and look. Open your mouth and then look at it. You see your tonsils there? Do you see white things inside it? Like a buildup of whitish substance inside? Those are tonsil stones. Remove it. Look for toothpick or cotton board and push the tonsils till that thing pops out and comes out. That thing can smell. That thing is one of the causes of terrible mouth odor in adults. You see adult that the mouth is smelling like insiefi, like insewu, like goat poo. Is that thing. If you see it in your mouth, bring it out and crush it. It can smell. So what tonsil stones is actually like a build-up. Is a calcified build-up, or rather is a build-up of bacteria and debris, like dirt. Bacteria and debris is a build-up of bacteria and debris that calcifies. It hardens and it lodges into your tonsil, because inside your tonsil there are holes in the tonsil. So that thing usually lodges in those holes and then it stays there and starts smelling. Sometimes you might have to remove it by yourself. Sometimes maybe when you're brushing your teeth and you're doing that it will pop out and fall out. Or sometimes if you cough really hard, it will pop out and fall out. But I'll just have you know, if you find it in your mouth, do not fear. Don't think there's something wrong with you. It's actually very common. It's actually very, very common. It's disgusting, but it's very, very common. So check if you have it and get rid of it. You might have to be checking often and be removing it. And another thing you should know, there are ways of preventing that thing from forming. Some people used to gargle with warm water mixed with salt. When you gargle, that's warm water mixed with salt, put it in your mouth and gargle it. Doing that often will make sure that thing does not form. That the calcified tonsil stones does not form in the back of your throat. Okay, all right. I have talked finish, and I'm hoping that you really learned something from this video, because we cannot know it all. You don't know. So I hope that you learned something new today. Until next time, my name remains nazor.ezeh. Stay safe, stay blessed. We're gonna see ourselves in the next video. Bye.
I gotta tell you something I could do. I could be running around chasing you, but I won't, 'cause I got better things to do. Rather spend my precious time